They say Filipino people are friendly. You know what? Okay, that's really fun. I don't really use this application that much, but yeah, no. The laptop always about to die. Okay, let's try something new. Like, I know this place.
No, it like really sucks.
They straws are the worst.
Like you get thirstier. No, it like really sucks.
They straws are the worst.
The foreigners in the Philippines, especially those come from first world country. Well, my country was leading the world. We were leading the world at some point. Kingdom of Egypt. But now we are in the same basket with the third world countries. So no matter what we do, no matter, there are always certain countries that the West will say those are the third world countries, even if the countries and the people living there are actually better than them. But it's just politics. I don't know who's watching, but so there's my story. I was a lawyer back in 2009, 10, 11, somewhere in that zone. And of course, if you're a lawyer, you got options. You got options. And I didn't like any of that. To succeed in this field, you have to, well, let's put it that way. If you want to succeed in no time, there's certain things that you need to do. But well, you know that, I mean, it's wrong stuff to do, right? Just like being a police officer, there's always corruption and there are always good people, right? It's politics, same. And being a lawyer also puts you in that position, because most of the famous politicians, they have a law degree. That's why they can speak. That's why they can talk. That's why they can convince you with certain things. But for me, I was more like, it's not like morals and ethics. No. I love being a lawyer. But now, I mean, the only time that you will see me in court is either I'm defending myself or a family member. That's it. I don't do this for a living, right? Besides, in Egypt, the first language is the Arabic language. And I didn't want to pursue my career in this. I just didn't feel it. I just feel like I'm more international, and to become international there, it will take me quite some time, and I'm not gonna make it in early age unless there's certain certificates or studies that you need to do abroad, like getting a master's or PhD somewhere outside, and then you come back to your country, Egypt, and say, hey, I have a PhD from Madrid University or New York University, whatever the destination that you're gonna go to get your. Yeah. Sometimes I miss doing that. Sometimes I miss being, you know. But you know, the more you grow, the more you have different priorities. First thing I need to work on is my English language, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job. And there was something called, okay, back in 2010, December 2010, I was introduced to something called outsourcing, or the BPO. Short term for that is call center. That was fine. Back then they were paying really good money. Yep. And it was very interesting because I said to myself, okay, so if you're an engineer, first thing that you will think of during your, you know, pursuing your career, so usually you will say, okay, engineering is about machine, so machine is Germany, so I need to learn or travel and have experience from Germany, right? Same in outsourcing. If you think about outsourcing, and first two countries will cross your mind is Philippines and India. Now Philippines is I consider it as number one because of the accent. I mean, if I were American and I'm calling customer service or calling any service that I am using in my life, and someone has an accent. No, let's say that someone has a very bad accent. I wouldn't feel comfortable because there's certain things that you wouldn't understand if you're not, you know, if you don't live there, right? No offense to anyone, but what you see in the Philippines that they can relate because they have a lot of things in common, even basketball. Certain things in common with American culture, which is very helpful for investors because let's just say that your business is not going to be ruined. In fact, your business will actually grow because first, you don't pay as much as you are paying to an American citizen in US. That's one. But in the same time, they get you the same quality. So Philippines are amazing. The only thing that I don't feel that it's fair when you see someone investing in the Philippines and they pay very low salary. And I say to myself, what's the point? I mean, the lowest you can pay to someone in US per hour is $12, right? And you will see that in that show called Friends, when Monica, she's doing the catering service, not the one with Phoebe, is the one that she was expecting. There was an event, she was expecting a waiter to do her job, and we heard that it's $10, and then she bailed out, and she had to convince Rachel to do the job. And I think they end up with the agreement that she will pay her $20. So $20 per hour to an American In New York 10 years ago. That is 10 years ago. So imagine, right? And this is for waitressing, not even like not a chef, not an engineer, not a doctor, not a business analyst. With all respect to waitress, but and waiters, but salaries are not the same. That this is something we know, right? I'm not making as much as I used to when I was a lawyer, but no, okay, I'm doing better now. But you got my point. Every field has, you know, their own rate. So a waiter, $20 an hour 10 years ago in New York. That is something that hey, I'm live. Yeah, just give me 5.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So that was 10 years ago, and you want to pay to a Filipino $3 in 2020 and $2? Seriously. They are patient. They are patient, I'll give you that, but it's not fair, but because it doesn't mean that you're hiring someone from the Philippines. It means that they are cheap. No. And by the way, life is not cheap in the Philippines. It's cheaper than US, yes, but to have a decent life, that will cost you. To stick in a middle class, it takes a lot of efforts. So I don't like those who are abusing the fact that the Philippines are a third world country. I mean, they're giving you the quality that you will get in US, and still you're being cheap. I understand that you cannot afford to do investment in your own country, US, because US is expensive. So if that's the case, then don't do any investment. No one forcing you to invest in the Philippines, right? Yeah, I know there's people who accept the $2 and $3, but we're talking about equality here. So I think it's just not fair that this is being greedy, that you want to have the quality that you can get in US, but in 2% of what you're supposed to pay there. Yeah, 2%. I don't know, but I know the minimum wage in US is $12. So actually, if you're gonna pay an American $12, they're gonna spit on your face, slap you on your face, and kick your ass. So you cannot, you wouldn't dare to do that in US. You cannot do that in US because they're not gonna just say to you no. So yeah, well, they say Filipino people are friendly. This is weak things to say. Filipinos are not friendly. I'll tell you what Filipinos are. Filipinos is either they will treat you as a family, or they will treat you as a Facebook user or a Facebook page. They will block you as if you don't even exist. And once they treat you as a family, they don't need to be friendly to you, because family is a family. Family is a different and higher level of being friendly to you. So for example, the family of my wife, they treat me as a family, not as a friend. You know what I mean? Like, friendly is for weak people, right? That's why family is something more powerful. So Filipinos are family people. Like, it's either they will like you, and they can sense that you are fake or not. They can sense that. You will just know. That's why every time I think about going to another country, I have to think 100 times, because It's really great to live here. It's really great to be here. Well, right now what I'm gonna do is, since you're not my mom, you're not my mom, so I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. I have 2 cigarettes, so I need to buy tomorrow. Okay. I'm gonna do something now, but this doesn't mean that I am Indian. I'm not Indian. I'm Egyptian. In India, they do something like this, right? I think they pray with it, something like that. But this is actually something that smells good, and comes with, like, you know, called bukhur. So it comes with different flavors, different smells. Yeah, so that's really nice. Yeah, incense sticks. So that's what I'm gonna light right now, so that I can smoke my cigarette without ruining the atmosphere. Need always to have this window open. Actually, I didn't notice that. I did not even open the aircon. I hate myself when I speak English. Sometimes I have a little bit of accent. Of course, because I am from North Africa. Hold on. Yeah, okay. So these things, I brought it from Egypt. It has a really nice smell. And yeah, I was saying something about. Oh yeah, I have to keep the room always clean because I have a baby. So, but they are in the other side of the apartment. See, even living in an apartment, like it's like 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, will cost you a lot in the Philippines. That's why if you want to invest in the Philippines, you should not treat people in a different way. In fact, if you pay, I don't know what happened. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so yeah, never mind. So if you pay even at least the minimum, that'll be much appreciated for people in the Philippines. Just be fair, right? I'm still here. Yeah, so you know what I mean? Okay, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna put my shades on while I'm smoking. So if someone took a screenshot of what I'm doing, they wouldn't recognize me. Right, you can send it to my mom, so always be prepared. Yeah, I got I got 3 channels on YouTube. 2 of them are doing fine. One in the Arabic language and one is a family vlog. The family vlog called Alpha F. Alpha F was basically my initial A and F. A for Alpha and F for Foxtrot, so it's Alpha F. Trying to show the Philippines from different perspective. You should pay me money in the Philippines. free advertising. No, because my daughter, she's half Filipino, half Egyptian, right? And as much as I love my country and everything, but I feel like it's my responsibility as well to, let me just remove that, just kidding, to show the Philippines in from my own eyes. So that's something that I feel like I should, because one day my daughter will grow and she will, you know, what if we don't live in the Philippines? What if we move to somewhere else? And she doesn't know how the Philippines look like, except from different or a wrong perspective. So that's my maybe I'm exaggerating, I don't know. But every time I see someone that's saying something bad about the Philippines in comments, or Filipinos, well, or any other place, but since I live in the Philippines, so that's what I care about. But of course, I hate racism anywhere in the world, right? I don't like how US seen Mexicans. I don't like how the world seen Asians. I don't like how the world seeing the Middle Eastern. I don't like any of that. But let's just say that it's easier for me to fix the, you know, like one issue at a time. So I'm done talking about people in Middle East and people living in Arab world. Well, we suck anyway, so. So if you go to Nike store website and you choose the location, so if you go to the Middle East, Egypt is not there, but if you go to Africa, Egypt is there. And I got excited. So we're not Arabs, but it's not that. The Arabs in general, we were something before. We were something before. Back in the days, before even something called US exist. But certain people that got rich out of nowhere, they found oil, and the money ruined people. Yeah. Some people should not be rich. Because money will destroy them. And they will do crazy shit. So, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. The funny thing is, I'm using all the platforms possible to say good things about the Philippines, because I believe that they deserve more credit than what people are giving. So, and they don't need people's credit anyway. But when it comes to hiring from there, you should really be fair. So that's it. That's the, yeah. You see in when certain Filipinos, they go and work abroad, and you see, especially in Middle East, and they're being abused. There's always successful stories everywhere, but those who are getting abused, I'm saying to myself, how come a country, because they have oil and they're barely 1 million people, and they're doing this to a nation with 100 million people? That's why I feel like they deserve more credit than this, because they're really nice people and they're simple. Even if they have money, they're simple. You know, they don't exaggerate. They don't do, you know, they don't go extravagant. You know, that's why you always feel comfortable around them. Anyway, I'm done here. I'll try to do this quite often. It's really nice to do these vlogs or this broadcast. This is Adam, live from Manila.